Friends. So we're a lot of fun with technology right now because the Wi-Fi just cut out, and so we're kind of getting set up. So share with me, you know, your thoughts and technology. That's a fun thing, right? So I'm actually teaching this class, so if I, there's like bicycles behind me, there's like a dog right next to me, and whatever, and and then I'm gonna write it down for you, and then I'll tell you about it here.
Dr. Girlfriend.
Oh no, I hear a little tum-tum.
Oh, you hear it? Ooh. Let's not capture that on the live stream.
Yeah, I can hear it's grumbling. Let's see if this will fit in here without your case having to come off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
How much?
I'm gonna say maybe like $15 or something. Here, let me show you guys what we're doing right now. It's pretty silly. There's a mess pile. There's a mess. Don't judge my mess.
Look, it's you, Brittany.
Oh, look at how slow and glitchy it is.
Might be the time of day too.
Yeah.
So remember at the library, like around between 3 and 5, like everything would kind of slow down.
Yeah. I'll try to switch back over to the Wi-Fi in a little bit, and that might help you clear up the data on my phone. We're literally tethered to my iPhone right now because the Wi-Fi just cut out.
Oh, okay.
You want some help?
Yeah.
There we go. Are you in the studio?
Oh, what?
Because I don't see you in here.
It just went off. Okay, let me walk back. Yeah,
So let me tell you guys about what we're doing today, and we'll get started in just a minute. Let me go ahead and clear up all these captions everywhere.
Oh, what happened? You were in there.
So today we're going to do watercolor bunnies, and we're going to do like a more natural, a more realistic bunny that's going to be a little bit more advanced than the bunnies that we have in our YouTube tutorial that got launched a few weeks ago. So if you remember, let me walk you through these couple of things. Can you see me? Does it say something like join studio? Live now, enter studio. So I'm going to click enter studio.
Okay.
And then you're going to show up inside of this app.
Okay.
I'm going to see you, and then I'll switch over to you in a second. And so the only thing that you're going to want to do is just make sure that you feel comfortable with like your positioning.
Okay.
So if you guys remember, if you were there for my live tutorial, we went through some of these basic brush techniques. We kind of took a step back from the watercolor bunnies and did something that was very beginner friendly. So what we wanted to talk about is blending, brush work. So we did some like thin stripes right here and some thicker stripes and kind of applying pressure to your watercolor brushes. Then we did some flat washes. Then we started doing some graded washes. This is a fun little experiment where you just drop colors into other watercolor. This is, of course, a very beautiful technique that I recommend learning, which is a way to blend your colors in a controlled way. So oftentimes people call this controlled blending, or just like blending in general, splattering. This is really fun. This is with salt. And obviously I couldn't show you the results on camera, but you can see them now. So that's what we did last time. So we did a little bit more, basic, beginner friendly. And then now we'll do something that's a little bit more advanced. So I am not leading today. I will be off camera in just a second. I still don't see you in the studio though. Does it say you're inside of the studio?
It says accessing your camera. So, okay, allow Michael. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Oh, there it is. There, how's that look?
I still don't see you yet.
Showing this stuff. But it's not showing up on your side? It should be showing up there, right?
Mm-hmm. Hold on, tech stuff. This is what we were talking about, y'all. This is because the Wi-Fi's out, so it's like this is real fun. Here, let me stick my face on it.
This is life happening at the speed of light.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. So see, we got to click Enter Studio.
Okay.
And it says joining. And yep. Now there's that echo that we love.
Oh, is it because we have both devices up? I like it, guys.
All right. All right, it's pretty good. I mean, it's definitely not having the camera issues from last time.
Okay, so that's going pretty clear.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. And I'll plug this in since we're using this data. Oh, wow. And then the Wi-Fi is still out.
Oh, so it just literally left. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Well, anyway, you're all good to go. And I mean, it looks great.
Oh, cool. Nice. All right, so can you give me my? I'll send you the reference picture there.
Oh yeah, you want your reference picture?
Yeah.
Okay, let me do one quick thing. Let me see.
Okay. I guess what I'll start with. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Just water. One thing we had at Vince's house, like he had like an eyedropper thing. Be able to put the water in.
Oh, that's nice.
That was really helpful.
So you want to tell everybody what you're doing right now?
Right now, I'm just adding a little water to, what do you call these little cups or pans for the palette? What do you call those?
Palette pans, palette bowls.
Palette bowl sounds good.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't even have. I'll Google search to see if they have a real name. I've never used their real name for that.
Right. Okay, so I'm just adding a little drops of water in. So when we add our drops of paint in, like you can dilute it just.
Yeah, now tell me why, because you do it differently.
Okay.
Why do you do it before you put the paint in there instead of adding water after you put a little bit of paint?
I just want to start with kind of like a very thin wash. That way the paint's not too concentrated.
Okay. So you guys, we're using brown.
We're using brown and black today.
So we're going to use natural colors. So if you are working, I'm going to show this really quickly. If you are working from this kit right here, that's exactly the supplies that we have right here. So we're just working with the brown and black.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like a little bit of the brown in a separate pan and a little bit over here as well.
Oh, that's so clever.
So they'll give us like a nice dark to work with, and a nice diluted one to work with. And I'll do the same thing for the black. That. Oops. Ta-da! Yeah. I really kind of like the colors. Yeah, because I feel like you're constantly having to, and also yeah, because I find that dry ones, you have to apply so much water to it to get it to activate sometimes.
Yeah.
So I kind of like the liquid ones are already basically where you need them to be. Nice. And you can kind of dilute it or make it.
You know what I don't like about dry watercolor?
Tell me.
So you have, and I'll kind of put my hands here so I can explain on camera what I'm saying. So you have like a dry watercolor palette, and you mix it with water, or you add water or whatever, and then it's kind of sticking right now, let's maybe over to a pan like this, or maybe to a pan. And like some of your yellow and orange and
it's hard to keep it clean.
Yeah, liquid watercolor.
Okay, so we have different sizes of brushes. We have a couple ones, I would say a medium, well, two mediums, and then a very tiny one for lighting. And these are all called rounds. And we'll start with maybe one of the larger ones. This is probably a bit more area. Yeah, it does. So that's a 1 for the tiniest one, and a 6. So notice some of those packets, they have like an assortment. They don't necessarily have the numbers on there.
Yeah.
But this is kind of nice that this does. Hey, and I have this page that looks a little bit of water for me to play with, and I have to go back and forth, you know, between your water container. So I think I'll start with this. I'll start with our video one. And just like what I said when I started, on the brightly colored, we like to start with ears. Okay, so effects. And so you can start with kind of a light stroke, and then kind of add a little pressure to your brush. It look a little fatter for your line, and then you lessen up on your pressure to give it kind of a teardrop or blade of grass.
How do you choose your elephant? How do you know how to make it look like a long rabbit ear instead of looking like a puppy ear or a cat ear or a bear ear mouse?
I don't know, it's kind of reference you're looking at. You kind of look at basic shapes and kind of break it down a little bit, like in your mind, to what the shapes look like. And for me, like I see the rabbit's like elongated ear, and it has like the basic like pointed shape at the top and kind of rounds down to kind of more like elongated teardrop shape. We'll start on the head now. And we're going to go back up again. Yes. The other ear, which is not quite teardrop, so like a little bit more of a elongated. It has more of an elongated or a little bit round. Like the other one has a sharper point, and this one has a little more of a rounded tip on it. So we're just using our kind of diluted paint there to kind of lay down a basic foundation for our rabbit.
That's because you're looking at like the back of one ear and then another.
Right. So you got like the kind of like the side and the front, like a kind of 3/4 view of the ear, because you can kind of see the inside of that one. And the other ear, you're looking strictly at the back of the ear. So you're not seeing any of it. Yeah, you're not seeing any of the inside of it. All right, so now we're gonna make the basic shape for the head. And the head, if you like shapes, like misshapen teardrops, misshapen elongated teardrops, and in the case of the head, like a weird hair or circular shape. So I'm gonna draw in the sheets. You're not gonna so go ahead. Not right. Kind of really don't worry about the if you start kind of light, and that you want later with darker colors to kind of bring out your highlights to your low lights. Right, what I'm going to do, start with a little bit of chest. And what I'm going to do is kind of line between its head and its body to kind of demarcate, keep that dirt. Kind of using like just bigger forms. And we'll be able to come in later with our gel marker or our pen to bring out certain details too. So right now we're just working with shape. Get the basic shape of our rabbit. We're going down from the chest. to the front leg and the foot. Rabbits have surprisingly large feet.
They do.
And I can't tell if it's just from them or it's just because of all the fur that they have. Okay, and now we're going to go into the other foot here. The big old fluffy feet. Have you ever had a pet rabbit, Brittany?
I bunny sat for a friend of mine
Oh, okay.
for several months because she had a bunny and then her apartment caught her with the bunny.
Oh, she wasn't supposed to have a bunny? Oh.
So I bunny sat until she could move to a new place.
Got it. Did they actually throw her out or she was able to stay or she just had to get rid of the bunny?
She just had to bring the bunny to my house for a while.
Oh,
But it was
okay.
really bad too because like I didn't understand how sensitive bunnies are to like things like apples and stuff like that.
Oh, how sensitive are they?
I vary.
Oh.
And I don't think the bunny the bunny was in very good condition with me, but I think that like I definitely gave it like too many things that were not good for it.
Did it give it diarrhea?
And not as many like they need a ton of hay.
Really?
And I think that like I leaned into the treats more than I should
Oh,
have.
you spoiled the bunny.
Yes. So I think when my friend got it back, her bunny was maybe a little tub because I did it bad.
You love the bunny too much.
I loved the bunny too much. Also, my cat was terrified of the bunny.
Really?
Terrified of that bunny. And so it didn't become best friends as one dream a bunny and a kitty cat would do.
It was not Bunnicula, was it?
Yeah. But I did Handsome, my other cat. He had really big feet, and I used to always tell him he had baby bunny feet. That was like one of
that's so cute.
So when you were like bunnies have big feet, I'm like handles.
Yeah. Okay, so you can see that I kind of cut like a slight line around the head and around like the front part of the chest to kind of demarcate like the separation between the bunnies. And the rest of the
so
body.
clever.
Hey, whatever helps.
I would have never thought to do that.
Okay, so now we have like our basic bunny. He doesn't really show much of a tail. I might add a tail. I think a tail is
he
cute.
needs a fluffy
Yes.
tail.
So we're going to have like indicate at the very back here, and I'm going to keep it kind of white and spiky. There we go. There we go. And I feel like I need to add a little bit in the front here. His legs are a little bit too long. Add a little bit there. With a little more extra roundness. So we got our basic bunny here. And we're going to let that try a little bit. And I'm thinking about what I want to add next. So I'm thinking I'm going to add a little bit of black. And I'm going to put it here. And maybe just a little bit of the brown. Because I don't want it to have like a sudden change in color. You know, just a little bit of dark there. And because it's still a little bit damp, it's going to be interesting to kind of see how the colors run into each other. I think that's always half the fun. Watercolor, isn't it? Okay. Like a little bit of darkness on the edges. Now, while y'all are watching, y'all should be thinking of a name for our bunny. What do you think would be a name for the bunny, Britt?
I mean, you could go classic like Fluffy.
Fluffy!
Or Mr. or Mrs. Something cute. Yeah. Mr. Sprinkles.
Oh, Mr. Sprinkles.
Formal, like Benedict.
Ah, I like that. Benedict Bunny.
Or Walter.
Oh, Benedict Bunny Batch. Sorry. I like a terrible pun.
That's so cute. Any of the names are good.
Mr. Hopalong. And so we're adding a little bit of darkness to the side of it there. Let's go to this actual bunny's fur. Like his ears are a little bit darker. And a lot of times with bunnies, like the edges of their ears be a little darker, like around the top of their heads. And like that little area, like kind of going down around the nose too. that to be too dark. So I'll put a little extra water here. Just gonna darken just slightly. That way you don't ever want to darken dramatically. This way you can kind of go a bit more gradually. And this darkness will also help mark out where his little nose is going to be. And also where the eyes are. It is not as dark as the ears. We can always come back a little bit later with our gel. Add that definition. Well, probably use just a little bit of the red, or we have a pink. Yeah, we have a little bit of reddish and a pink, maybe for the inside. Kind of cute. There we go. So I have an idea of where his eyes is going to be. In fact, I'm going to go to indicate just a little bit of black. So for that, we'll use a little bit more of the concentrated black. Not too much, so just enough to kind of.
Would you ever consider switching to a smaller brush for some of those details, or is it like
Right
not
now,
even there yet?
not yet, because right now I'm just laying in like the larger area. And the thing is, to me, this is something I've learned just as a painter, and I used to be a face painter as well. Like a lot of times, if you start with a smaller brush, you'll stick with the smaller brush, and you'll find that you're kind of more embroidering, like instead of like painting in larger swaths of area, like you're just kind of sketching it in, rather than kind of letting the paint flow. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Right,
yeah, it's very.
That's something they kind of always got onto is like at art school. It's just like don't start with your tiny brush because then you'll be just kind of nudging it along instead of just like painting it in like in larger areas. Okay, so we got a little bit of area from his forehead, and just kind of skip around a bit here. Sometimes you have to watch out for.
Just some like little bristles, huh? It's just like
like they're kind of starting to come out a little bit.
Yeah, I accidentally, after I did this watercolor workshop, I accidentally left those brushes in the water for like a week straight.
Oh, is that why they're deteriorating?
I was like, whoops. That's why
such is life.
Like all that.
Oh, all that that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
Hey guys, this is the kind of stuff that happens. Let this be a lesson to all of. We've all done it. You leave your brushes somewhere and they will be nice and clean when I take them out.
The worst
surprise
is when you have like acrylic brushes or oil brushes and you forget to wash. And you have to use like turpentine or stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Luckily brush relatively cheap.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. I agree with that because I think that like when you leave acrylic paint on brushes and you want to use like a bunch of soap and you take a long time, it's like by the time you've done all that, all of the bristles are so fade and like yucky that it's like it's smarter to just start fresh.
Yeah, you have to kind of consider time.
Oh, that's smart.
How much time was it? It's definitely like brushes are not super expensive. Like of course you want to take care of them, but once they got to that point, it's like, let it go. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little more darker here. I want to start putting in some shadow. Mark out the side of his eye there. You know, it's kind of funny. You can stick with a larger brush for a while.
I agree with you when I'm using watercolor, and it's because when I'm working with watercolor, I only use round brushes. I never use any other shape of brush.
Or like the flats or anything.
Yeah, and because you're working with this like round brush, and you have that like little tip, it's like it's always gonna come to a point. If it's a big brush, it's gonna come to a point. If it's a little brush, it's gonna come to a point.
At least if it's a new brush.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit more darkness to Plus, if you have the larger brush, as long as you kind of like use a lighter touch or a heavier touch, you get some really excellent effects. It gives you a little more flexibility too. Yeah. It's starting to come along. I really enjoyed watching your tutorial, like the basic brush strokes and things.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that's so great.
Yeah, it was beautifully done, and you taught it really well. And just kind of watching the effects take place it was really good.
It's really rewarding. Learning them, I think, is a really good foundation.
I think so too, and I hope people can look at that and kind of like just have a little fun with it. That's what we're wanting to have. We want people to learn and want them to have fun. Enjoy what they're doing. So I'm delineating the paws here. Little shadows underneath there. Like my daughter, she went to spend the night at one of her friend's houses, and that friend had a bunny. And so Sydney's really a fan of bunnies because she says that bunny bit her.
Oh no!
And yeah, so kind of a naughty bunny.
Yeah, it's a mean bunny.
Yeah, so I don't like bunnies, even though they're cute. But no, thank you.
Yeah, they're very sensitive, gentle little creatures for sure.
Okay, so I'm going to go in with a smaller brush and just kind of add some areas in like underneath the side of the face.
If anybody heard anything weird on camera, my poor dog has an upset sometimes. She's just like walking around, just like coughing and being gross.
The joys of pet ownership.
Yeah.
Trying to see how the dark is kind of blooming underneath in there. There we go. So I'm kind of giving this. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. Kind of love how, as Brittany showed you with the blending and how colors and kind of bloom together. Okay, kind of getting our little details in there now. Brittany, you're such a good mom. Thank you for sharing your baby.
I love my girls.
Yeah.
You know, and this like fancy girl with the upset tum-tum.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
The probiotics in there.
I know, because they're like tum-tums.
Yeah. Mommy loves you.
I make them fresh rice,
Oh,
veggies.
I bet they love that.
I used to give her raw, but then she decided she didn't like them anymore.
Oh, she did
too
not?
hard on her stomach.
Okay.
So she went back to cookies. I really don't like that because she had a tumor when she was younger.
Yeah.
And she's been cancer free
Oh
for
my
like
goodness.
8 years or something. She's like, yeah. So I want to give her crunchies like raw.
Like good things, right?
Yeah. But I mean, it's her life. So she said she wants crunchies. I'm like, okay, fine. You win.
Exactly. And then you keep an eye on her.
Well, they come to work with me every day.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of like kids, they're going to grow up and make their choices, right?
That's right.
You don't have to agree with them. They're going to make choices. Darn it. You don't listen, Brittany.
And it's so funny. I always think that about kids. There's such a roll of the dice. I'm like, I mean, we can hope that they turn out well.
Yes. I mean, there's a lot of nurture, but kids are who they are.
Yeah.
They're legit. Because you look at them and you're thinking they're going to be this, that, and the other. And they're like, no, that's not what's going to happen.
Yeah. For us, oldies, like family ties. So I was like the old hippie parents that had the Reagan loving Republican son.
Yes. Or you'll be like really conservative. You have like a wild child who's just out there doing all the things because they're rebelling. Because kids naturally, I think, kind of rebel against everything. This is, they got to get out there and explore and see what's going on with life. And I think that's exactly as it should be. I am going to. You know what? I'm going to add a little bit around the top.
It's so cute.
Hello, hello. Bonjour, hello. And so we kind of keep the darker lines like at the bottom of your lines that go with the shadows in some ways. And also thinking about which way the light is coming from. Okay, so we're going to dry a little bit. Since I don't need those white lines anymore. Go ahead and fill those in. A little bit. We'll do that.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit. And then we can go over and bring out some areas with that gel pen. Now I know some people, not for what I know for acrylics you can use like a hair dryer, but I'm not sure that's something you would do with watercolors because it will blow on your around.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Blow gently.
Yeah. It's like you kind of have to just like let it do its thing. Not move it at all. Move the paint.
It's kind of meditative in a way too. You have to have a certain amount of, I guess, trust and just the ability to kind of let go a little bit because you can't control it as much as you can with acrylic.
I agree, and that's something that to me makes watercolor more beginner friendly than acrylic.
Really?
I think so. I don't think that you have to be the world's most talented artist to make something that looks beautiful in watercolor. Because watercolor lends it to being more abstract, more movement.
Be a little more forgiving in some ways, right?
Mm-hmm. That's pretty great. So that's like 30 minutes so far, and then you just go in and fine line it. Yeah, that's crazy. I thought for sure this was gonna be like a whole hour.
It's like a magic trick. I mean, I think art itself is just like a magic trick in some ways. Like you're taking a flat surface and some pigments, and then bam, sometimes you get something that's more two-dimensional, sometimes it's more 3D. It's pretty magical.
That's like especially true with photorealism.
I always I'm
like, I don't understand how they made that. I don't understand.
Like, why can't I pick that up right now? Because you'll see it in like acrylics and oils and like colored pencils. Like people that could use colored pencils.
Oh yes.
It's kind of insane.
I'm gonna hop back on and I'll keep my sound off. Hopefully the sound.
Is anybody watching?
Here I am. There might be somebody watching. There's definitely a few people here earlier. I'm gonna see if I can show the. Oh, my overlay's not working.
Oh, what are those?
There we go. Watercolor. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so we're Pop Shop America. I'm just showing you. I'm giving you the basics while we're waiting for Mr. Bunny Face.
Yes, Mr. Bunny Face.
Mr. I'm gonna do this. Fine line him. I just wanted to run through the basics, which is for Pop Shop America. We are starting our live workshops back, so
bear with us. We're sorry for everything.
We ran into tech difficulties. I'm Brittany Bly, and this is our coupon code, and that's it for me. I'm just jumping in just to show you guys some of the basics. Oh, and the Wi-Fi's back, by the way. That's why the picture quality looked okay.
Oh, so it just popped up.
Yeah, it just went out for a few minutes. It went out for like 5 minutes, but it was like the most important 5 minutes.
How hilarious. But you know what? We made it work.
Yeah.
We did what we had to do. And thank you also for your, oh my God, look at him. Look at him.
Here, do you want me to turn the camera back on so you can say hi to everyone?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to go
I'll
down
turn
a
this
little
is my
bit.
good side.
Do you have a good side and a bad side?
I do.
Hi. Do you want to tell them who you are and what you do?
Hi, my name is Narelle, and I am an art performance and teaching artist, and I've been doing painting demos for Pop Shop America. Good to see you guys.
So if you guys have seen her face over the last couple of months, she's been doing all of the Let's Paint Together tutorials, and all of the things that I cannot do. So luckily we have a very talented person.
Yeah, Brittany can do a lot though. Don't let her fool you.
I can do some stuff. I can do some stuff.
Bye.
Back to Mr. Bunny Man.
Bunny Man. You keep giving him different names like Hopalong, Bunny Face, Bunny Man. I did like, what did you call him?
Mr. Bunny Face?
Benedict.
Oh, Benedict.
Bunny Face.
Yeah.
Benedict Bumberbatch. Bunny Batch. There we go. Benedict Bunny Batch.
Oh, and by the way, you guys, whenever we're live, you can always go live with us if you want to paint along and you want to be on camera and say like, this part doesn't look right, or that part doesn't, or this color, or, you know, just that kind of thing. Then you can actually hop on camera with us, just like Shazam, I'm right here. Like I can literally add you in the same way. All you have to do is drop it in the chat and let us know. Another thing is that we have this chat right here. So like I can be like, hey, and you guys can drop questions in the chat anytime. We're glad to help always.
I was really tempted to pick this up and start waiting, but that would probably not be good enough for it.
Oh, are you still waiting for him to dry more?
Just a little bit. I'm trying to like very carefully just kind of fan him a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and dry. Once we got a little pin on it, we can bring out more of the little details.
Let me see. I'll kill some time.
I was gonna ask you, what is your favorite medium to work with, Brittany?
My favorite medium, like of every kind of craft supply and art supply,
Yeah.
or particularly like painting.
Oh really? You really like painting?
No, it was a question.
No, yeah, everything of all the things.
Anything to do with essential oils.
Really?
Anything with essential oils.
Also like soaps and candles.
Soaps, candles, blending, diffusers, dryer balls, and then you put the essential oils on it.
Nice. Okay.
Perfume making, lip balms, lip glosses.
Okay.
Anything with essential oils, because every single one of those things that I just described is extremely beginner friendly.
Got it.
And it smells good when you're doing it, and it's so relaxing when you're doing it. It's
because it has therapeutic properties, doesn't it? Healing properties.
Yeah, and some people are very into that, and some people are very skeptical of that.
Okay.
So that's always really important. Like a lot of people are like, you know, I use essential oils for my allergies, or you know, like I have a sensitive stomach, and there's essential oil brands that are food grade, and people eat them as a health component to their health. And there's other people that are like, it's bad for you, like you shouldn't do that. And so just know that there's
lots of research out there to do, right? People have opinions.
Yeah, and see what works for you. But definitely with like candle making soaps and things like that, there's definitely less to worry about.
I think some parts of this are dry enough to start with.
Oh, you feeling good about it? Okay.
Yeah, like parts of it. We can start with this. Hey, can you turn the reference picture back around?
Yeah, you got it.
Gracias. Hello, my bud. All right, so I'm gonna start with little feet. We have our kind of wider lines here. So I'm just kind of going in.
You could do this with any pen, huh?
Right. So this is a Sharpie pen right here. I know you had also some gel pens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like in this kit.
Yeah, in the kit, she's gonna actually
there's
have
a bunch of gel pens.
So yeah.
I think they got 10.
Yeah, there's these really beautiful kind of like pastel-y colors.
Yeah, lots of different colors.
Okay. So I'm gonna add a little bit.
And this, I would say this doesn't even necessarily have to be black. It just really has to be like a darker color.
Right, right. In this case, yeah. So like a dark brown would be fine. If you're doing more pastels, and of course she has a beautiful like some silvers and lighter blues and things
Yeah.
in there. It could be really nice if you're doing like a little pretty buddy. It's kind of going in and out of things.
So smart.
Yeah, do a little bit. Let's see. Let's dry enough of it there. Well, one thing I learned is that if you go in where it's still wet, then it'll kind of gum up your markers. You don't want that. Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, especially with gel pens.
Yeah.
But really, any pens or any markers. Watercolor is kind of the enemy.
A little bit heavier line here with the idea of shadows underneath the tail here. Give a little demarcation between the body and the leg. Make it a little bit longer. I think that's enough. This little nostrils there. Oh, I can still hear her.
No.
That's really hard. Y'all would take some good care of it though.
Oh wow, look at that.
See how it's hard?
So it's really the mouth and that nose that like in particular.
Bunnies, right?
Yeah.
What you have on the what you have on the box? Like, oh, we're gonna get.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I must be having those, and we'll give them some. So we're gonna give them some whiskey.
Yeah, and they're like their whiskers are like fluffier than a kitty cat.
Oh yeah, because they have this crazy stiff whiskers. But I think they're serving the same purpose. So overall, I think they're kind of like dog ears.
Yeah.
They're not as aggressive, maybe.
Yeah. I think those big bunnies will like kick you and it will hurt.
Oh, like those hairs.
Yeah.
They're all like weirdly muscular.
Yeah.
Like you got hares and rabbits, like you have like the kangaroos and the wallabies.
Yeah.
Like
I think we might have bred bunnies. My guess is that we probably like bred them to
be a little bit more domesticated.
Yeah. Because those wild bunnies, my understanding is like don't approach a wild bunny like it's severe because it's cute.
It's a lot.
It will hurt you.
A little bit here. I'm just using like little lines, almost like hatch marks. Too much still with a little bit of the wet spot. I remember when I used to work at the library, you came and did a perfume making workshop with kids, and you brought your essential oils and little carrier oils, and they had so much fun.
I love that workshop.
So much fun, and it was so new to them, and it's just the thought you create your own like signature scent like that. Like, oh, it's a possibility. You never considered it, right?
We did that a lot. That was a really popular one. We did that for like Teen Tech Week as well. Because like using your olfactory senses, and, like blending, and like what is this doing? Like how is this making you feel? How is it changing what you're thinking about? You know, it's like can be a really interesting concept.
Like your mood, right?
Yeah, and it's not necessarily a thing that like other STEM or tech people are really working with, you know. So they would always want us to come and do that for like the Teen Tech Weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really fun. And we would make ice cream with dry ice too.
With the salt.
No, dry ice. We use dry ice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you need to use the salt after all, right?
Cream, sugar, and like strawberry or vanilla, and then you add dry ice. And you put it in like a KitchenAid mixer, and very quickly goes from being liquid to solid. And so the kids are like, whoa, and they get to eat ice cream.
Magical and nice ice cream.
Yeah, it makes them very happy.
We did it once. Like I think the more like a simpler way, we had like the dry ice and the Ziploc bags and the cream and the vanilla and all that. And they actually had to like shake it or whatever, or like knead it or whatever. And I only had 3 kids come. It was like a set of brothers. And I think they came because they were hungry. They really wanted that ice cream. So it was good. Not funny, but you know, you could tell that they were there, not for the science part, for the fact that they got to have a snack after school.
You did that in my kindergarten
Mhm.
class as well,
Yeah.
where we have.
Oh, did you teach?
No, I'm sorry. When I was in kindergarten. When
Oh.
I was a very young child,
Yes.
we did the rock salt version in
Yeah.
coffee cans. What we did is we sat in a big circle.
Oh my god.
And then we like rolled it back and forth.
That is freaking brilliant.
It was really
okay.
good.
And it was like collaborative.
Yeah, everyone loved it.
That's even better than holding it in your hands the whole time, because that was really hard. I think we had towels though, which made it a little bit easier.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my top memories from kindergarten.
It's a beautiful memory, actually.
Another top memory from kindergarten was we had a contest to see everyone's favorite like author.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why it was like a contest really, but it was. And it was like, I mean, it was like 50-50 down the middle of you were either a Berenstain Bears fan or you were a Dr. Seuss fan.
Okay.
And it was like 50-50. And I think there was like one person that was like, Judy Clown or like something like that. You know what I mean? Beverly Cleary. I don't remember.
And what the one iconoclast right there. Like, I already did it.
Yeah.
So what did
but
you?
It was real like 50-50.
So what side were you on?
You want to guess what side I was on? I was a diehard.
Berenstain Bears?
Yes. I was 110% Stan and Berenstein are the best.
But you know what? It's Berenstain!
Yeah, he spells it wrong. It's one of those, it's the Shazams.
The Mandela effect.
Mandela effect!
Yes. Oh yeah. Sinbad.
But
it's
Shazam.
Like, yeah.
Which, by the way, I am one of those people that 100% has a memory of seeing the trailer for the Sinbad Shazam movie. I'm like, it's real. I don't understand how this is not real. Like, have I lost my mind? I remember this.
I love that though. Well, I guess because Sinbad, the sailor, he dealt with a genie, right? Right? From the old timey cartoons and whatnot. And now we're gonna. Really beautiful whiskers.
Oh, the whiskers are great.
Because they're softer.
Beautiful.
So delicate. Helps with those sense organs. Delicate eyelashes. That would be kind of fun. Like, do the gel pens? They're pretty dark. Like, I would like if you had like maybe some gesso or like some gouache or a white acrylic paint. I would put like a white dot in the eye just for that kind of eye bright.
Oh, I love
Just
that.
to kind of give it that shine to it.
Do you think you could use any light colored gel pen for that?
We could try that though.
Okay. Gel pens do go.
Can they go light enough?
Really, really well along the watercolor.
Oh, that's actually really nice.
Oh, I've got some too. You want to see mine?
Yeah, let's see your collection.
I've got I don't have anything good. I have pink.
I'm gonna try the silver.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Let me see the pink. Because I'm perfect for the inside of the eye. I mean, the inside of the ear. Oh, that pink is pretty. You always get such cool stuff inside the kids. Brittany's always thinking of cool things.
These are the gel pens that you're talking about that go inside of them. So this is the kit again, by the way. And you guys, any of the kits that we have for Let's Paint Together do become standalone kits a month or two after the launches. So we will have this.
It's got a little sparkle to it. I know your buddy's more naturalistic. You can add little fantasy elements.
Dr. Girlfriend is harumphing and staring at you. I just want to let you know that she's decided you're the responsible person here.
Man, I'm just listening.
Yeah, she's a guest doctor. She doesn't work for you.
Ah, here we go. It does add kind of an interesting flavor. You know, it might actually be kind of fun to go over the entire eyelid. I'm not gonna do that. Just as an experiment to see to give it that kind of shine. But it's not gonna give an eye bright effect. So that's fine. Kind of interesting. It gives just like a touch of glitter. Oh, actually, it does give a little eye shine. All right, we got you. We got you. Let's see if anything else we can do. If you wanted to, I'm gonna use this black just to add little lines for grass.
Oh, that's clever.
And then we could go in with, do you have a green one?
Gel pen?
Yeah.
Is that better than using watercolor?
For right now, I'm just gonna play like that. Since we have them, we can play with them. That's okay. You know what? I just put this in, and we could go in once it dries. And we're gonna try it with our line. For funsies. Because you're gonna have all these wonderful materials. You need to experiment a little bit and have some fun with it. Right?
Yeah, I love that. That's a good point.
All right, so and you know what? It's only our supply. Okay, so we have a little bit of green. Look at that beautiful emerald green. Ooh. And a little bit goes a long.
You did it without water, without adding water?
Yes, I'm just gonna start with this vein this time.
Oh, and you're using a tiny.
Yeah. I'm gonna be pretty vibrant. Yeah, I'm just taking a children's poster.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And have well, they even have to be then light. Really touch. Afraid to play. You know, I worked at the library. That was one of my favorite things, was to look at the children's books. They have such beautiful illustrations. This is something kind of situate everybody a little bit. A little bit something else.
I mean, I think it's.
It's Phoenix.
Put the camera back on.
Right.
Say good night to everyone.
Like on the wall too.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's a totally outdated reference. Pretty much everybody.
Sorry about the mess pile, y'all. My office is way under construction right now, and I mean way. If you guys saw it, it's insane.
But you know what? This just shows you that you can make art anyway, even in the midst of mess. You can take a moment and make something beautiful. You know, you don't have to wait till the house is totally clean to make your art. You can make art anytime. So we just want to say thank you guys for joining us, and hope you enjoyed it. This is our bunny, Mr. Benedict Bumberbatch. I don't know. This bunny had
Benedict.
Bunny Batch. Bunny Batch. I like Bunny Butter. I don't know. We're being silly here. Anyway, thank you for joining Pop Shop America, and hope you had a good time tonight. So bye. Join us next time. And I'm sure there's something else to be